Welcome to join me on my channel. Please don't wait, kindly subscribe now for more updates. Russia asserted Saturday that its troops and separatist fighters had captured a key railway junction in eastern Ukraine, the second small city to fall to Moscow's forces this week as they fought to seize all of the country's contested Donbas region. Russian Defense Ministry spokesman Igor Konashenkov said the city of Lyman had been completely liberated by a joint force of Russian soldiers and the Kremlin-backed separatists who have waged war in the eastern region bordering Russia for 8 years. Lyman, which had a population of about 20,000 before Russia invaded Ukraine on February 24, serves as a regional railway hub. Ukraine's train system has ferried arms and evacuated citizens during the war, and it wasn't immediately clear how the development might affect either capability. Controlling the city would give the Russian military a foothold for advancing on larger Ukrainian-held cities in Donetsk and Luhansk, the two provinces that make up the Donbas. Since failing to occupy Kiev, Ukraine's capital, Russia has concentrated on seizing the last parts of the region not controlled by the separatists. If Russia did succeed in taking over these areas, it would highly likely be seen by the Kremlin as a substantive political achievement and be portrayed to the Russian people as justifying the invasion, the British Ministry of Defense said in a Saturday assessment. Fighting continued Saturday around Severodonetsk and nearby Lysychansk, twin sites that are last major areas under Ukrainian control in Luhansk province. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reiterated that the situation in the east was difficult but expressed confidence his country would prevail. If the occupiers think that Lyman or Severodonetsk will be theirs, they are wrong. Donbas will be Ukrainian, he said. On Tuesday, Russian troops took over Svitlodarsk, a small municipality south of Severodonetsk that hosts a thermal power station, while intensifying efforts to encircle and capture the larger city. The governor of Luhansk warned that Ukrainian soldiers might have to retreat from Severodonetsk to avoid being surrounded. The advance of Russian forces raised fears that residents would experience the same horrors as people in the southeastern port city Mariupol in the weeks before it fell. Severodonetsk's mayor, Alexander Stryuk, said Friday that some 1,500 civilians have died there during the war, including from a lack of medicine or because of diseases that could not be treated while the city was under siege. Ukraine's police force said Saturday afternoon that the city is under constant enemy fire and civilians were wounded, but did not specify the number. Just south of Severodonetsk, volunteers worked to evacuate people Friday amid a threatening soundtrack of air raid sirens and booming artillery. The elderly and wounded civilians were seen bundled into soft stretchers and slowly carried down apartment building stairs in Bakhmut, a city in northeast Donetsk province. Svetlana Lvova, the manager of two buildings in Bakhmut, tried to convince reluctant residents to leave but said she and her husband would not evacuate until their son, who was in Severodonetsk, returned home. "I have to know he is alive. That's why I'm staying here," Lvova, 66, said. Please subscribe to get up-to-date information.